This man brought a knife to a bike fight. I've got that and 2 more stories for you. Welcome to Take 3. Hundreds of people in Toronto celebrated their bodies by riding around the city completely and literally butt-ass naked. Of course, there's always going to be one guy who can't fully commit, but for the most part, the World Naked Bike Ride took Toronto by storm. Protesting pollution, with cyclists chanting, "Less gas, more ass." And I gotta say, that doesn't sound half bad. Of course, like most nudist beaches in the world, it was at least 80% middle-aged to older dudes, creating a literal sausage fest. Everyone looked like they were having a good time, but more than a few people were spotted on the city's public bike rentals. I wonder if Toronto has a cleanup crew equipped to clean up all of that. And while we're on the subject of Torontonians getting weird on 2 wheels, this guy brought a knife to a bike fight. Some altercation broke out between this cyclist and a driver, and just as the cyclist walks off, he whips out a knife and stabs the dude's tires before trying to bike off. But the driver chases after him, looking like Leonidas from 300, chasing him off his bike into the street when a cop finally shows up to deal with the driver and letting the cyclist bike off into the sunset. Congratulations, officer. You let the bad guy go. If you think the ice cream machine not working in a McDonald's is bad, I have news for you. It can be so much worse. Like pulling up to a McDonald's drive-thru only to find out that the only employee working there that day quit because he hates his job, which happened this week. Or better yet, how about you walk into a McDonald's? All you want is a 10-piece nugget combo. Instead, you find a woman giving birth on the counter. This woman is full on having a baby in a McDonald's. People standing around not knowing if they should grab their order or call an ambulance. This kid's first words are gonna be, "I'm loving it." A man in Cape Cod claims he was swallowed whole by a 15-ton humpback whale and then spit out. Michael Packard was diving for lobster when all of a sudden, everything around him went dark, and that's when he realized he was inside of a whale's mouth, like Pinocchio. After 30 whole seconds of having him in his mouth, the whale surfaced, spit Mike out, swam off, and listen, Mike walked away with a couple of bruises and a limp. What do you think smells worse, the inside of a humpback whale or a public bike after a naked bike ride? And that is it for this episode of Take 3. Thank you for making it to the very end. And listen, if you have a video clip or a picture that you want to share with the rest of Canada and the world, slide into my DMs on Instagram at AlexMelky. If it's good enough, funny enough, or weird enough, you might just make it into the next episode. I'll see you next week.